Oh, we're
Yes,
live. We're live again.
we're
Joey
live.
Yates, what's happening, brother? Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
We are live on opening night of the Padres, and we got all these people in the crew, which is awesome. And I just got the score from Mr. Joey Yates, podcast engineer. Joey, what's the score right now?
The game's over, Mark.
Oh, it
It's
is.
over. It's final. The Giants 4, Padres 6. So
Oh
we have a
my
perfect record right now.
God. 1-0.
Well,
What's
here
up?
because they did play over in Korea. They played the Dodgers 2 games over there, I believe. So
Oh, how'd they do against them?
I think there was a win and a loss.
Oh
So
my gosh. Okay.
yeah.
Hey,
But
maybe this is the year.
the home
Uh,
opener we won. That's good. Good day.
that's
Good day.
good. There's fireworks. I hear the fireworks in San Diego right now. I hear him.
I do need some help though. I can't figure out how to watch the Padres. I can't. I couldn't pull it up on. I don't know what app I need to buy this year, but
I know.
I
It's
got to
because
spend some money.
you live too close. You live too
Yeah,
close to the stadium.
I downloaded something and it to listen to it on the radio, and it said you're too close.
Well, our guest tonight is definitely not too close to San Diego. She is reigning out of Ontario, Canada. And if you are on Instagram, gotta check out Mountain Bike Lin. Miss Caitlin is on the show tonight, and I'm excited. I've been watching her stuff. You know, when you're scrolling through Instagram and you're used to hearing like music and all kinds of stuff, and then all of a sudden you scroll through and you go to her and she's talking to herself on the trail. And some of the stuff she says is hilarious. So lucky enough for us, I was able to reach out to Miss Caitlin, and she's like, "I've never done one of those. I'm going to jump on the show." So this will
Nice.
be her first. So I'm excited to have her. She's a writer for Rocky Mountain, and we get to hear about a lot of the trails that she has out there. And for all of you that are coming through on Facebook, getting a message here. Oh, Facebook's live now too. Yeah. What's up, Facebook people?
We're on
Good to see you
Facebook.
all out there. Facebook. Is it my face? Instabook?
There's still
But
people over there.
yeah, but it looks like a lot of people in the chats are coming out of YouTube. What's up, YouTube? Good to see everybody. Specifically, let's start here. Trail Monster out of Arizona. He has popped out a banging $10 donation to the show. He says, "Mark, Joey, looking forward to another great show, but I've heard through the grapevine you guys and Johnny, you are going to have some more MTB podcast competition soon."
Yeah, do
Ooh,
tell. Do tell.
yeah. What are we Is this going to be in Bentonville?
I don't know
It
what's going on.
it could be. Is it gonna be like West Side Story where we, like, face off and we snap?
I think Trail Monster is starting his own podcast. That's what it sounds
Trail
like.
Monster would have an awesome podcast,
Yeah, he
and
would.
he would also have security nice and tight. There it is. Oh, man. Trail Pump out of Lake Tahoe, I love it. He says, "I think I may be the segment mascot." Oh, that's cool.
Yep,
I could
definitely.
use a mascot. How would that work? Would we be on a trail and Mehdi would be at the bottom of the trail
He
with
would
all,
just
like,
always be there, no matter where we are. He would just appear in the background or something,
oh,
rooting
that
us
that
on.
would
Yeah,
that would be cool. That would
with
be
his
really cool.
leopard, you know, outfit on and
And the cane, the
his
little
cane.
cane,
Yeah,
Mr.
his
Pimp.
purple hat.
Pimp it with the feathers and oh man, we got a full squad tonight. Mountain Bike Q&A out of Miami. He says, "No competition, nothing but love. The second podcast is the best." Oh my gosh, no, no, no. I love what Johnny's doing. And hopefully, Johnny, if you are in Bentonville, if you make it, we are, thanks to the folks at Narkinsaw, the Narkinsaw group, they worked so closely with Kohler, the bike preserve out there, and they were able to get a studio out in the middle of the bike park, which we will be broadcasting live shows from, which is blows my mind. So that's going to be awesome to have those guys out there. So if you're there, Johnny, let's get you on a microphone in front of a camera where you feel right at home. We also have
I
Women's
just
MTB Network. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
She says,
Yeah, go.
"Pimp."
Yeah. Well, I like this one. This one's good.
Oh, just straight up, "Hi, Joey. What about Mia? What about me?" Joey is the hero. He did do the
Hilarious.
white line. You got to ride that wave forever, bro. Oh man.
But I learned
Man,
something. Look what I learned here, which I don't know
spokes
why I
bit.
didn't put this. Yeah.
Spokesman says, I love the San Diego team. My initials are on their hats. Oh, yeah.
Why don't we
Steve
put that
Dorsey.
together?
Spokesman. Oh, we got to get on one of those.
Yeah.
Do we still have room on the segment credit card, Joey?
I don't know. I'm waiting for that popcorn to show up. So
You bought so much popcorn. Oh man. Well, we could spend a lot of time here saying what's up to the chats and reading the comments, and we will. But let's get our special guest on, Miss
what about the whole
Caitlin.
shot?
Is it Caitlin Steven? Oh yeah, whole shot. My God, what am I doing?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get
don't
I
forget the
get
whole shot.
Caitlin on the show, and I'm falling apart here.
Yeah, 'cause even Mia said she needs to start doing the whole shot.
Yes, maybe I need to start doing the whole shot thing. So y'all come over there too. Yes, yes.
We'll
The
get 'em on.
whole shot. Whole shot. But now I still think that half of the audience that comes to the show thinks that the whole shot is dirty because we're on the internet, but it's not. It's not. It's basically like in a race, the gates drop, the bikes go flying down the track. The first rider to a specific corner gets the whole shot. Now, in this case, for the podcast, it's the 6:30 start. It's the first comment at 6:30 gets the whole shot. And tonight, I believe, Joey, do we have a giveaway for the whole shot tonight? Is
I believe we do.
there a giveaway? Okay. The giveaway for the whole shot tonight is literally going to be kind of a white elephant gift exchange. Now we have some cool giveaways tonight by PelliBikeCare. However,
You mentioned the word.
oh, did I? Oh no, that doesn't count yet.
Yeah, no, that counts.
Yeah, because I use it in a sentence. It's a phrase. Okay, the most random, and I promise I am going to send this out. This is the most random whole shot award. This cigar that's been sitting on my desk for like the last 6 months. I will send this out to whoever the whole shot winner is. And
I'm pretty sure he's gonna enjoy this.
I will read it. It is a national brand. And that's what it's called. It's called the national brand. I don't think the camera's gonna
Not a
pick that up.
Swisher Sweet.
It's not a sweet. It's never been open, so it's not contaminated. Ladies and gentlemen, let's find out who the whole shot winner is, and don't forget to DM me your address in this cigar.
You can
So
deliver it
funny.
right to him.
Oh, really? Is it
Yes.
close? Spokesman, yes. I'm drinking a whole shot right now. Good job, Steve Dorsey. I will be sending this up to Durango and hey, smoke this and take a picture and send it to tag Joey and I on that. Oh my God, that's classic.
That's good.
Well, yeah, without further ado, now that we got the whole shot out of the way, let's take a listen and talk to the fabulous and funny Miss Caitlin Steven. Oh yeah, what's up, Caitlin?
Hello. I never know where to put my hand for the blur.
Wait, you don't have fingers?
Depends on. I don't have fingers if they're over here.
Whoa, that is crazy. Mountain Bike Lin, as known to others on Instagram. And dude, you have a lot of funny content, and some of the posts you put on there were in the millions. Millions. How does that feel?
I mean, if it's addictive is the problem. Like, I probably make the videos anyways because I like them and they're easy to do. Because if you're already out riding and recording, it's kind of fun to put together. But you know, the positive feedback can be at times overwhelming. I'm not saying like it's always positive. It's just, you know, I have a very tenuous relationship with social media. I love it, and you know.
And you hate it at the same time?
I think we struggle with it, right?
Oh, totally. And it really depends too. Like you put something out that you feel like this one's gonna be a banger. I just know it. And it's like only your group of friends and maybe your mom gives it a like.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you put something on there that you're like, this will never go anywhere, and it takes off. I don't get it.
Yeah, me neither. But you know, it's been a really amazing experience. It's opened up a lot of cool doors for me. I've met so many amazing people. And, you know, if you want to, I mean, I'm a pandemic biker. And if you want to immerse yourself in the culture, do it through social media. It's the fastest way to learn.
Yeah, that's true. Well said. Like you are in Ontario, Canada, and I'm in Southern California, and I got to meet you through social media, watching your stuff. In fact, the one that really catches my eye, Joey, can you play on her Instagram for everybody who's watching also? The air cap one where she's like sneakily looking for her friend's air cap. It's up towards the top. And Caitlin, what's the thumbnail on that one?
So I actually it'll be on the Instagram. It's AirCap Caper, Horseshoe Bike Park AirCap Caper. It's at Horseshoe Bike Park.
AirCap Caper. And I remember you had posted this a while ago, and then it was a recent repost again, which I just had to watch it all over again. It's freaking funny. So Joey is going to pop that up. Now, the question is, do you still have that AirCap? Did you give it back, or is it all yours?
Oh, I didn't get to take that home. Skinner found me out. But and you would think it would be a lot easier to get a replacement AirCap because here's the thing, it's always in my POV. The stanchions, the forks, they're always in my POV. People are always commenting, "Where's your AirCap? Why don't you have an AirCap?" And then I'm riding for Rocky. I'm riding this incredible top tier bike, and then this stupid AirCap's missing. So I went to a couple different shops. Nobody had any. I had to have it special ordered. And when it was when I finally got it, well, it was an exciting day.
Oh yeah, and I bet you rode so much better feeling that the bike is complete, because you do make a mention. I don't want to give too much away, but Joey, do you have that teed up for folks?
Yes, you ready?
Yeah, let's give it a look. This is one of the posts that got my attention.
Oh, let's play it.
Here he comes.
Cap for me. That guy's missing an AirCap too. I feel you, friend. Oh, Skinner's bike. Oh, that looks. What? I didn't do anything. Oh, it's Skinner's bike. Yeah, it's Skinner's bike. He'll never notice. Problem solved. I'd also like everyone to notice how good my new AirCap looks. Oh man, I can tell that I'm riding better already. I fucking hate that, but I can tell I'm riding better already with that new AirCap. Let's see how long it takes Skinner to notice. I might be able to leave with this. You work at the bike store, you can get a new one. And yet I have been unable to secure a replacement. So Skinner was lurking around my bike.
Terrible without one.
And I thought he noticed the AirCap, but it turns out he just locked out my suspension to mess with me. It turns out that my suspension had been locked out all day, and he just opened it up, and it felt great. So thanks, Skinner. I still have his AirCap.
I found this AirCap.
You found the AirCap.
Yeah, it's proactive of you to have put that thing on there to protect it, but I don't know where your AirCap went. It seems like something that A, I wouldn't do, and B, you should have been more aware of, and so it's kind of your fault.
You riding your shock locked out all morning?
Yeah, thanks for fixing that.
I don't touch the lockout anymore because
Yeah.
because I cannot trust myself to remember to unlock it again.
Oh my gosh, how many times have we all done that? You're writing down, and you're just like, this something feels a little different.
Yeah.
Those and goggles, running down the trail, oh man, my goggles. Joey does this all the time. He'll go down the trail and he'll forget that his goggles are still up on his helmet.
I had to stop wearing goggles because of that.
Yeah. Yeah, that and locking out the suspension. So was that one of the posts that started it all for you, or was that just another one of the bangers that you have out there? Because I do love that one. That one's hilarious.
What's interesting is that that's one of the more successful ones. It's really funny. A lot of sometimes I'll do a shtick if I have time, I'll do a scripted little thing, but most of the time it's just writing, and sometimes it comes together in a really funny way. That's a story.
Yeah.
And I find that the stories that come together well, afterwards I kind of know that it's going to be a good one. And the funny thing is that at this point, it's really, if it's good, it gets shared and it blows up. And if it's not, it just kind of, trails off.
Yeah.
So usually if something went down and it comes together in a cohesive story and it's funny and relatable, it'll do well. There's a couple that have done well.
Do you find that when you post something like that and it does well, is it the shares that really start to catch it on fire for it to go viral?
I have no idea. I'm assuming, there's the shares. I don't know how the algorithm works, to be honest. I think it has to do with just people watching it and reacting to it.
Yeah, that's true. I know. If we knew that, that would be
The
so
secret
amazing.
sauce.
Yes, we give it to all of our friends.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Trail Pimp is out there in Lake Tahoe. I believe he just said, I love it when she says
That's my
we.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, you haven't seen the wheeze I had to cut out. Otherwise, it would get very tiresome.
Oh man, that's awesome.
I have a question for the chat since this is out there. How many
Yeah.
people in the chat lock out their suspension? Because I never touch the lockout knob. Like when you're
Oh.
climbing, a lot of people will lock it out to climb and then open it up to descend. But I
Oh my
just
God, Mark does it all the time. Like
leave it alone.
he's rigorous about it. Meanwhile, I'm just like, there's no way I'm touching this. It's a bad idea. I'm setting myself up for absolute failure.
I think it depends on the bike too, because once so I started mountain biking during COVID as well. And my first bike was a specialized stump jumper. And it was like a little lever that I could push to lock it out. So that was easy. And then I started with YT bikes, and YT bikes were awesome. But the levers were like, it was like a different type of a flip. So I felt like I never felt too bouncy on those bikes. So I just started leaving it alone. And then now that I'm on the decoy, the thing just powers through everything. So I just leave it unlocked. But on the stump jumper, when I had that, was awesome bike, but I totally would always forget.
The Izzo has it on the grip, so I can just lock it out and push a button and it opens up. But that bike's a whole different animal.
Oh, that's fancy. What about with Caitlin? What about with Rocky Mountain? How are those lockouts?
Well, last year I was riding like a real chonky bike. It was so gorgeous. It was the Rocky Mountain Altitude, and I was riding kind of a lot more downhill and more chunky stuff in Quebec. And like, listen, for the people who are watching, like I can't plug Quebec enough. Like I'm from Ontario. I love Ontario. It's more kind of trail based. There's not as much elevation. Quebec's wild. It's very BC like. And that bike was perfect for it. I'm really excited because this year I've just got, actually tomorrow I'm going to the shop to wrap it. It's going to be a fiasco because I'm not good at that kind of thing, but is the Instinct. And so that's going to be a lot more adept on those climbs, a lot more, versatile for Ontario and Quebec riding. So I'm kind of excited.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's kind of it's like the perfect trail bike. They say it's, it can do a little bit of everything. So.
Is that going to be like a 130-ish type of travel suspension bike?
140, 150. So it's still going to be good for like descending, like, but I think it's going to be, again, just kind of perfect. I was able to ride trail with the Altitude, but the Instinct is going to be like just so much. Oh, I can't wait to take it out.
Let's take a look at this bad boy. Wow, that's a cool colorway. It's
so I have the yellow and the brown, and at first I was, I had some reservations. The yellow and brown is fire. In person, It's so good. I need to start trusting whoever's designing these.
Right.
Ooh. I'm trying to get to the yellow, and there it is right there.
Yeah.
This is it. Dang. So this has already been, you've already taken delivery of this bike right here?
Yeah, I built it. Well, I didn't build anything. Me and my my good friend mechanic put it together last week, and then tomorrow we're gonna go in and wrap it. I think we're gonna create like a wrapping game because no one of us wants to do all of it. So we're gonna have like dice, and we're gonna like throw it, and everyone takes a piece in a panel.
Right. Let's see who gets the big parts of the bike. That's kind of like the nice parts, and then all the little triangles and intricate stuff. It's like, oh my god.
Mark,
yes.
There's something you can do to the bike other than wrapping it.
Oh, there is. There really is.
What's that?
Yeah. Oh, do we dare say?
I think you say, Mark.
Okay.
I kind of set that up for you.
Yeah, it's probably going towards our first giveaway.
Yeah.
It's a company that makes this cool. It's this graphene coating that you can put on your bike, Caitlin, and it's about 200 times stronger than steel. But you're only getting like a little tiny millimeter of it, so it's really not made for the protection. But what it's really made for is to be super hydrophobic, and it completely just lets water and dirt and mud just slough right off. It's called
What is this?
It's called Ride Repel by, I'm going to say the word, folks out there, Pelli. there it is right there. This is the first giveaway. If you guys know, go to the segment story, find out what the secret word is, and pop it in to the chat. First person to pop it in. Oh, there we go. Already a winner. Bang, right there.
Oh, Mark, you
He-
cheat. Mark, nice. He's gonna do it on my bike now. Perfect.
Oh,
Perfect.
but wait a minute. It has to be. I didn't say this part. It has
Oh,
to be
yeah.
in the U.S. Is Mark in the U.S.?
No, you know what? Mark's parents have a PO box in the U.S. So we're
Oh,
not-
there it is. There it
Oh,
is. Congratulations, Mark.
Oh, now I'm really not gonna wash my bike.
MEYK11. Is it Make 11? Rhinoceros
It's Mark Ike. That would be my trail companion.
Mark I. Congratulations. Look at all the stuff coming in. Miami, Florida. Almost got it there, Johnny. Rhinoceros. Riding my best life. What's up, Jason, out of Utah? Good to see you, brother.
Does it make you
It does.
Yeah, is it also Arrow?
It could be. I mean, obviously the water doesn't want to touch it, so I'm sure the air really doesn't want to touch it. So now, wait a minute. We have 2 giveaways tonight. So do we just go first and second, or do we wait and say the word again later?
I think you could say the word again. I'm sure you could sneak it in somehow.
Yeah, okay. Caitlin, I'm going to put that on in your arms.
Oh, yeah? Do I get to drop it?
You get to drop it. Now, the word, when we do it, and for the folks out there listening, earmuffs in iTunes land and Spotify.
I'm gonna make it really hard to find. I'm gonna stick it in a sentence. That's a really long and complicated sentence.
Yes. So the word is Pelli, and then you just put that out there whenever we do it. So this doesn't count yet, but it will when Caitlin drops it. She's gonna be the one to drop it.
Yeah.
Spokesman saying biscuit. Durango, Colorado out there saying biscuit. Here's the first question for you. What is a trail companion? Trail Pimp wants to know.
Well, it is Mark, I would say, my boyfriend who bikes with me.
There you go.
Yeah,
there
he's
you go.
He's the straight man to the chitter chatter.
I have seen the videos with him in there, and one of them was hilarious that you guys were doing skinnies. And I don't know, where was this indoor park at? This thing looks rad.
Well, we've been to 2 indoor parks recently. One is Joyride, which is in Ontario, Canada, and it is incredible. It holds it down. It really is kind of the heart of BMX and indoor biking in Canada. And then we go every year to Raise for the Mountain Bike Women's Weekend. And so that happened in February. I was probably there that we were doing skinny. No, we did skinnies at both of those places.
Okay.
They're amazing. So I can't recommend them enough. And they're drivable from Ontario. So that's where we go.
That's cool. That is really cool. I love it. The one that you had, this conversation with, I think it was a log, skinny.
Oh, yeah. That was Ray's.
Yeah. This is it. This is the post. And you're like, I don't like you and you don't like me, but maybe we should be friends.
That was at Ray's. And I was surprised at how well the kindness approach worked. It was surprising.
Yeah, I mean, you were cleaning them, and then you go.
This video is at Joyride, and this is where Mark made me wait 2 hours while he tried to do this skinny. 2 hours I sat there filming.
You were a very supportive girlfriend.
He might be an Instagram boyfriend, but I put in my time.
Yes, and we all noticed it. So good job being supportive, Mark. You got a winner on there. So good work. How much footage did you have to delete until he was able to make it?
I have iCloud, so it's fine. But is it fine?
You could see too the energy from the beginning. You're like, I'm here to be supportive, and then as the clip goes on and on, you're kind of like, oh, I don't know what to do. And then he made it, and you were just, that was really good. That was really good. Now, was Ray's also the place where you discovered for the rest of us how to jump? Because I thought that was pretty awesome.
Joyride is where I kind of started my jumping journey, which is still in progress, is a work in progress.
Yes.
But it was at Joyride. I got, and you know, it was after the first year of mountain biking that I loved it so much, and I wanted to improve. And people told me that the fastest way to do that was to get a dirt jumper and start working on kind of the fundamentals of the park. So I did. I got like a crummy mongoose. Listen, mongoose isn't crummy, but the bike I got off of Amazon.
Was it spelled wrong?
And
it was a different animal?
yeah, it was what it was. It was right aligned with my skill level is what it was. And
Gotcha.
I spent all winter just like grinding, and I don't know, I made progress and I had a lot of fun, and like I'm still learning. I'm still taking it to the trail. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but growing up, being off of the ground was not part of my kind of sphere of understanding. Like I never jumped my bike as a kid. Like the way I grew up as a girl, and like not to hammer on it, was the main messaging I got was don't get hurt, be safe, and be careful, and follow the rules. And it's taken me a really long time. Like I started late in life to get into mountain biking and realize that, you know, I can push these boundaries. And monkeys. I should have checked the label. But anyways, all to say, jumping was not at all intuitive to me. It's completely different. It's still like a scary place for me, but it's also super exciting.
Yeah, it really is, that feeling, especially when you start to dial it in and you feel like you're pushing through your leg, like all the things that make you feel comfortable in the air. When it all comes together, it's such a good feeling. And you captured that on one of your clips where you pulled up and you were telling your boyfriend Mark, you were saying, hey, so it wasn't like all about the pop. You had discovered your own way of doing it, and you're like, oh,
don't just boost it. Just
yeah.
boost it.
Yeah.
God, if he tells me to just boost it one more time.
And it was hilarious because you're like, I discovered how to jump, and the rest of the world hasn't yet discovered how.
Yeah. Caitlin, the expert.
That was so good. That was so good.
It feels so good when something finally works, right? When it clicks.
Yes,
like
totally.
And like, what can replace saddle time? How many stupid videos have we watched on YouTube, like trying to like tutorials? Just boost it.
There he is, right there. Just boost it.
Just boost it. Just boost it. Boost you. So yeah, the indoor parks are amazing. If you have one near you, if you're lucky enough to, I so recommend it.
Yes, the closest one to us is Woodward West out in Tehachapi, California. And man, jumping into the foam pit is a blast. Well, they used to have this giant airbag, and now they have this foam pit, which I haven't yet jumped into, but I really, really would love to. But that you could just send it so comfortably, and you know, your risk is a lot lower. Obviously, you have the bike you're all tangled with, and things can happen there, but
you'd be surprised at how many bad things don't happen in the foam pit. It's just getting out.
Yes, such a hard workout.
The core strength of getting out and then getting the bike out.
Right? And everyone's waiting on the ramp up above you. You're like, I'm working on it. I'm trying to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That feeling. The one at Tehachapi has a rope, and when my son would jump in there on the airbag, he only weighs like, I don't know, 70 pounds. So he would actually land and ride, and then ride over to the side, get his bike out. And I swear to God, every time I jumped in there, I felt like the damn airbag just quit. It was like, I'm out of here. This guy sucks. It would just like go straight down. Everything would envelop around me. And then they'd throw the rope in to get me out. I'm like, yeah, I do need the rope. Thank you.
Interesting. I've never done like an airbag like that. That sounds cool.
It is. Yeah, it is cool because you get that initial first like punch when you land, and you get a bit of a ride out, and then it just kind of soaks you in. And so it kind of in your head, you're like, okay, that's how it would feel if I threw this to dirt. I knew that I was pretty balanced when I landed, and I rode out like a couple of feet, and I felt good. But yeah, with the foam pit, it'll be cool because things like backflips and things like that, when you first land, if you land upside down or on your neck or whatever, you still don't have that first initial hit. So that'll be kind of nice to try.
Ooh, the hard stuff. The good
Yeah,
stuff.
all the fun stuff. But jumping has been, I think for everybody here in the chats too, jumping has been such a journey. I mean, luckily, knocking on wood right here, the old dead sailor. Sometimes that thing comes out of nowhere. Do you experience that ever, or still, or?
Listen, I'm not proud. I'll case a million times rather than have one of those nose heavy like experiences.
Yeah.
The
Hell
first
yeah.
time I went to a bike park, it was so dumb. The first time I went to like a downhill bike park, I rented a really nice enduro full suspension, and I thought I was a queen. And I started hitting the jumps harder and harder. I'm like, this is amazing. I'm fine. Like, I was not fine. I scorpioned. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
oh,
And you don't forget it, right? Like, so now I'm in the school of like, you know, there's a reason why my friends call me Caselin. Like, I'll work my way up to
yes.
getting, you know, past the table, but I'm not gonna. I'll never do it. There's no worse feeling, and I struggle to watch it on Instagram. I like open the app and there's someone like going nose heavy and OTB, and I can't.
Oh, it's the worst feeling when you know you're going over and you feel it, and you're just like, I hope I touch down. I hope I touch down, and then the ground just never comes soon enough.
Yep.
Now, are you clipped or clipless? Because I could imagine being clipped in and going nose heavy would be like the worst,
I don't want to think about that.
right?
I don't ride clips. I am flat pedaled. I am
Okay.
a flat pedaled human. You know, at some point, I guess I could transition, but I don't know. I don't really see the need. I like, you know, the pedals and the shoes nowadays like are so good that I feel like really seated in the bike.
True. I mean, there's definitely a good argument. I'm also flats too and not clipped in, but I know that there's great arguments for being clipped in, but I don't think, and maybe I'm wrong, but have we seen, and it's probably obvious and people are gonna be like, I can't believe Mark asked this question, but have we seen slope style people clipped in, or are they all clipless? Or are they all flats? Like Brandon Semenuk and all those guys, they're all flats, right?
I would have thought, given all of their fancy footwork, but no, they must be.
They
Right? Come on, chat.
They
Help us
must
out,
be.
chat.
They must be. However, you see guys like Braden Bringhurst, the guy who filmed 8600, all the things he does on his Canyon Spectral, and he's clipped in. And it's like,
You know, Mark's clipped in, and we do the same like super technical stuff. And like, I don't know, the speed and ease with which you can unclip, if you're practiced at it, seems to make it a non-issue, I guess.
Yeah, like second nature.
I could make it an issue.
I mean, that would be my fear. Obviously, I'm not clipped in, but I guess that's just where my brain goes automatically. It's like, how do I get away from this thing if it's torquing around like a cartwheel and I'm still attached to it? How do I, like skis? Like, how do you get out of it? But I guess you just do.
You just do.
It just does, right?
Yeah. Or you turn real good.
Yeah. Or you just keep turning with the bike, like, oh my God, my knees. I just sounded just so old right there. My knees. Trail Pimp is saying a downhill bike is the way to go to park, float over everything. With Clipless Spokesman saying, I use leather straps and twine to tie myself to the pedals.
That's old timey. I respect it.
Yeah, right? That's pretty cool. Trail Pimp is saying clipless pedals are dangerous. Oh, interesting. Jason in Utah saying flats for life.
For life.
I know, right? It just seems so intuitive, but it is.
But also, can I say that like the selection for flat pedals is much more attractive than that? Like just aesthetically, flat pedals can be real pretty. I got a pair that are for the new bike. They match them.
Ooh, nice. What did you get? Can you say?
Honestly, it was an Amazon company that I don't think has like a lot of brand equity here, but they're the color I like, and they're aluminum. So they're aluminum. They've got a ton of like pins and points of contact, and they're the color I like. So,
Oh, nice.
I think they're called Pedal Extreme.
Pedal Extreme. You even said it with the word Pedal Extreme. I can imagine the fire.
I got them on Amazon. Like,
no, that's cool. Yeah, you're right. There are so many different variations of flat pedals that are fun. I found these pedals called, well, I don't know, did I find them or did Joey, did you find them? Somehow we found them. Yoshimura. Oh, that's how we found them through our buddy Steve Caballero. That's right. That's right. They were on a big group ride. These pedals are crazy cool flats because they're concaved. And so when you put your foot in there, the concave actually allows like your feet to kind of go into the pedal.
It hugs your foot?
Kind of hugs your foot. And then any kind of pedal pain that you would get, it just, with the way that your foot's like arched in there, it goes away on long rides.
Interesting.
It is.
Do they have it in bronze?
They do. They're actually bronze. The Chileo is like a bronze with gold. Is it bronze with gold pins, Joey?
Yeah. Yes. The Chileo color is kind of a bronzy color, and then you can do it with the gold pins for sure.
Let's take a peeky and see if we can see these things. Yoshimura pedals. But yeah, they're really nice, Caitlin. Let's see. Here we go. I'm going to try to share this. Here we go. I'm going to unshare. Oh, wait, am I already sharing? We're totally professionals around here, Caitlin, as you can tell.
Listen,
all right, here it comes.
I slept in this hoodie. But I put on outdoor makeup, so.
There they are right there. So that's the color. That's the Yoshi coat color. They have
Those
black.
remind me of the Atlas, like the Cash Money pedals.
Ooh.
Have you seen those?
No, what's it called?
I do like the different colored pins for accessorizing.
Yeah. Let's see if you can see the side. Let's go to here's the different pin colors I think that are in there. Bang, bang, bang. And you can see that the spindle, see the spindle here?
Yeah.
It sits really close to your cranks. So, I mean,
so you can't hang a bike on the wall.
Well, it's close in there so that you get less pedal sticking out. So kind of reducing the amount of pedal strikes, at least out here where we are in SoCal, it's very rocky. So 1 minute you're on the trail, the next minute you're like, what happened?
Is it what kind of riding is it out there? Is it like all desert? Is there elevation? It's mostly trail and rocks and stuff, eh?
Yeah. It's a little bit of everything. So Southern California definitely has the elevation. It's like we have the mountains and the ocean. It's all right there, but it's very deserty, I would say. So it's very loose over hard is the type of terrain. So we're always drifting around. In the summertime when it's really dry, I feel like we're going to get emphysema because it's just a cloud of dust. And if you're in the back, you're like, oh, God, I think I've been smoking here or something. Pretty heavy, but it's fun. It's fun. The elevation and the technicality and the jumps and everything. We have a lot of good stuff. And then there's trails with beautiful ocean views that just go out for as far as you can see.
Oh, wow. I'd love to get to the States to bike more. The last 2 years, we've done a trip down to Bentonville in the fall, but it was mostly to extend our riding season because we get a lot of snow up here.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I'm not like people ride all year round. They ride outdoors, but I don't think they're right. I'm not good at cold.
Yeah, I could imagine. So you wouldn't do the whole fat tire snow bike mountain biking ride? Oh yeah,
I've done
body language changed.
I've done fat biking.
I
didn't go out when conditions were optimal, so it was awful. It was like literally, I couldn't ride a bike. Like I literally would get like probably 10, 12 feet and then fall over, get up, and then do it again. And I did that for about 5K.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
But ideally, when the conditions are groomed, it's a lot of fun. People really like it. I just get cold and whiny, so I'd rather that's when I go to the joyride. I go to the indoor park, right?
Nice. So. Yeah, and that has everything for you to work on there, skill-wise, jumps, pumps, berms.
It's the only place I've ever knocked myself out cold.
Oh God, we got to hear this story. Oh,
Well,
What happened?
it was the first year when I got the mongoose bike,
Okay.
and I was
2020.
yeah, and I was riding. I was going there like twice a week, just after work, just riding for 3 hours, and just grinding, same stuff over and over again. And then like around New Year's, I went, and I mean, I don't really remember what happened. I was told that after about a minute or so, they found me in the well of a jump because it was late, so there was not a lot of people there, and there were some kind friends that came over and kind of rescued me. But it was just on the blue jump line. It wasn't on anything hard. I'd just been grinding it, and my bike washed out, and I smacked my head against the ramp, and
Ew.
and I my short-term memory disappeared for about 14 hours, and I was on like a 5-minute loop, a 1-minute loop.
Really?
Like,
Whoa.
and I kind of gained, I started getting my timeline back around 5 a.m. the next day.
Okay.
But until then, it was just like the paramedic apparently asked me if I was vaccinated. I was like, for what? Because this was like in 2021.
Oh, right in the midst of it all.
Yeah. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, for what? And he's like, COVID. I was like, what's COVID?
Oh,
And
wow. Your
yeah.
faculties were on the ramp still.
And but the funny part was, is I like when I started gaining consciousness, I was conscious apparently a lot of the time, but I don't remember because I was on a 1-minute loop. Like I would talk to someone, I'd have a conversation, and then after a minute it would reset, and I would have that same conversation with them. And what it really amounted to is me bothering everybody on my phone. So I was calling my parents, and like I was like confused as to why they were mad at me, because I apparently called them like every 15 minutes for hours.
And they had and you had no idea.
And then they're
Right.
finally like, you know, I had bought a house. I closed on buying a house about a week before this happened.
Oh,
And I didn't
sweet.
remember that I bought a house and that I lived at this new place. And I kept on trying to take a cab home. And my parents are like, they're like, you take a cab home where? And I'm like, to Toronto. I'm like, to Hamilton? Like, and I was like, why would I go to Hamilton? And they're like, you live in Hamilton. You moved there. And I'm like, why would I move to Hamilton? And they're like, you bought a house. I'm like, I bought a house in Hamilton? And I was so disgusted with myself because apparently concussed Caitlin didn't understand the nuances of the housing market in Ontario.
Oh, you're like, why am I in Hamilton?
Yeah, she was disappointed in my choices, apparently.
The concussed Caitlin was all pissed off about the house in Hamilton.
Truly. And it was funny because like I woke up and the doctors had put a note on me that said, you know, you're having issues with recall. You're asking a lot of questions. You're waiting for a CT scan. Just stay there. And I took a picture of this. Like, so I'm like, look, there's this note. And I sent it to my family. And then I looked at my camera roll, and it was about 30 pics of this note, each individually different, that I'd been sending to people every time I discovered it.
Oh my gosh. Whoa, that's so crazy that your brain does that when it's injured. Nuts.
Yeah, it was a little bit, it shook me. I've never had a crash like that outdoors. It was I don't know. So I'm always again a little hesitant around jumping because like I don't have so much brains that I can afford to lose.
We have a new nickname from the chat. The chat out there is they're calling that.
Brew.
It says no, Mark, brain, not nuts. True. Yes, that's brain, nuts. Oh my gosh, that I can feel for you on that hit because I haven't had anything like that before, but I had a small like headbutt into the ramp at Woodward, just a small one, just a little one, and those things don't give. And when I hit my head on there, I was like, damn, if I were really full board, just hit it, that would put me in a different stratosphere. I think I'd be where you were.
I mean, I don't know how some of these like the people you talk to in biking who have had 3, 4, 5, 6 concussions, like repeatedly. I have both admiration and, you know, questions. Just because, well, what are you supposed to do? Stop biking? Like if someone were to propose to me like, oh, you know, one more hit and you can't bike anymore, like, how do you live with that? Like, it's such an incredible avenue for joy and for fun and for, you know, personal challenge and fitness. And like, I don't know how you would completely put that down ever.
Right. Stress relief, all the positive things that the bike gives us. If we had to give it up, that would be horrific. And then if you did give it up, Murphy's Law would let you trip off a curb when you're walking and then hit your head. And you'd be like, son of a...
Where's that I wasted it. I wasted it on not biking.
Right. What would you do? I was checking the mail. You are a vegetable because you were checking the mail? Damn it.
I have a coworker that slipped in the washroom on a wet floor and had a worse concussion than me. At least I did it improving at jumping. It was a good story.
Yes.
Heck yeah. It's a good story, and you might as well have fun all the way until it's not. Versus like, yeah, I was washing my butt in the washroom. And then next thing I know, I'm taking a picture of the shower head like multiple times from different angles. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, biking is so good, so therapeutic. And I feel like for the folks who were locked down in COVID times, you know, it was such a great way to really just get out there, be in a community, be in the nature, and just kind of forget about things for a little bit. It was so good. And time, I think mountain biking does something with time, because you can say you're going to go out and bike for a couple hours. Somehow when you get back, 4 or 5 hours went by. I don't know how that happens.
I'm terrible at time management. Mark, I'm like a chronic dawdler. So like, I don't even fool myself that it's going to be like, oh, I'm going to have a quick like hour and a half ride. No way. Like, it takes me that long to like, you know, adjust my helmet and put on my socks and things. So the whole day, just give the day the bike. Oh, I mean, I understand there are people who have other commitments other than biking, like children and mostly children, but like, yeah, also hack. If you date someone who is also a mountain biker, you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and you don't have to divide your time up.
That is cool. Interesting. How I write that down. I'm on the single train, so I'm going to write that down. Need to have an MTB girlfriend. There it is.
I hear they're rarer than what MTB boyfriends, but I don't know. I'm sure they're out there.
Right? Harder to find, but they're out in the woods there somewhere. Ready, set, go. Mario's saying, I'm winning. The
kids can raise themselves, hit the trail. Yeah. There's too much helicopter parenting going on nowadays.
That's true. This is true. See all the good
Leave
things
them
about
some saltines and see them in the evening.
Right. And that's why we have fire departments, just in case the house catches on fire. Then we have a whole crew to take care of the house. You put toast in what? And the house caught on fire? No. We have, oh, look at this. Drop it MTB. What's up? Welcome aboard. It says goals. Yes. Goals.
Mountain biking is goals.
Yeah, mountain biking is goals for sure. So jumping has been a good thing for you. What are other skills that you're doing to like progress on the mountain bike that you're doing recently?
Well, I mean, I started with trail riding, which is awesome because you can kind of go at your own pace. And then I found jumping, but then I also found downhill. So downhill is a huge challenge for me.
Yes.
Because the moderation of speed, you know, like it sounds like so obvious, but you don't get a choice a lot of the time at how fast you get to go. So you have to become very reactive, and like it just requires so much more skill, I find, you know, not necessarily fitness, but skill to downhill. So that's for me has been kind of like where I've put a little bit more of my time. Like trail riding for the fitness, but a lot of the trips, like it's really more enduro style, or downhill and riding lift. Tech, I love tech so much.
Ooh.
I love big chunky rocks. Oh, we went to Lake Leatherwood in the Ozarks in Bentonville, and that was fantastic riding. Up north in Ontario, Camp Fortune is crazy. Mount St. Marie, like Quebec, is amazing for rocks. So I love that kind of stuff. Old school tech's pretty awesome. But the jumping, I continue to work at. Man, it's a work in progress.
Yeah, it is.
And drops. I hate drops. But I
do you hate drops?
I hate drops. I hate them. But
Why?
I do them. I do them because I have to do them because I want to be an adult and I want to do big girl drops. And I hate every second of it.
I always hate when we're coming up to a drop, when you know how you get the trail report at the top. All right, around this like third corner, about halfway down, there's this thing that you could either drop or you can roll. And then when you're coming up to it and you can barely hear, like we don't have any communication devices in our helmets. So like you just hear, rrr, rrr, rrr. You're like, was that roll or drop? Like,
no,
what's coming up?
You can't roll it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I thought you said you could roll it when you're like dusting off. But yes, that drops are definitely scary. Have you done drop the hammer in Bentonville?
No, Mark did it. And you know, a lot of like I got to ride with Jess the Maker and like a couple other people, Trail Shorty from Shorty Trail Shorts.
Yeah.
Jess and Mark did drop the hammer. And they both advised me that I probably could. And the thing is, maybe skills wise, I could. Emotionally, I don't know if I'd ever get over it. Like,
oh, interesting. Right. It like, looks freaky, right?
That's a big one. That's a big one. If you can ride underneath it, it's a big one.
People are sailing over you and you still can't touch them if you tried.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will do smaller drops and I will work my way up, but you know. Oh, man.
Yeah. Drops are scary.
If you can't roll it, I'll roll anything. I'll roll anything. Just tell me what to roll. I'll do it. But no, that's not how you become a big girl biker.
Right. Spokesman saying weakness. We all have one. We all have one. Yes. What's that, Joey?
We all have weaknesses. Yes, definitely.
Yes, no. Mine.
I haven't blessed enough to have multiple.
Some of us have more than one for sure. Yeah, mine is. Trail Pimp and Johnny's saying Johnny no like drops, so he's with you on the drops. Mm-hmm. Trail Pimp out of Lake Tahoe saying I like little tech drops.
Tech drops. I could do little tech drops.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do them because it's too late and I don't know what's happening and I'm already over them.
Yes.
So I just push bike forward and pray. Yeah.
Right. Spokesman MTV is saying my weakness is trying to follow Joey. Yes.
That's not true. He was right on me when we were doing Highline.
Yeah.
I could hear him laughing right behind me.
We hit this trail in Sedona, Caitlin, called Highline, and that has a lot of tech stuff on it. And drops and rolls and all kinds of things. And I think all of us were kind of riding out of our normal comfort zone and just building off of each other, which felt amazing. Have you ridden out there in Sedona yet?
No. Joey, did you say you did the white line?
I did do the white line, yes.
You did. Freaky.
It wasn't something that I went to do. It just happened.
I heard that you have to pay for the helicopter to come and drag you out of there.
Your lifeless body.
Yeah. I saw one time there was one guy that was just essentially like hugging the side of the mountain, like saved only by the laws of friction. The helicopter had to take that person out.
Yeah, I could see that. We were out there. Oh, go ahead, Joey. Go ahead.
No, I said it's not for everybody. I don't think you should be out there if it's something that you can't do, and it's definitely you want to be 100% sure when you're on that white line.
Yeah.
Ride like nobody's watching. No, in that case, ride like everybody's watching, and they don't want to call a helicopter.
Right? You have all the people down. So if you haven't been there, down below, you're on this. There's a peak down below or a point. Always forget. I always mess this up. Is it Chicken's Point or Chicken's Peak? But maybe someone in the chat can
That's
help
more
us
my
out.
speed.
Yeah, and you're like, you feel like you're high up there when you climb up to Chicken's Point or Peak, and then you look up and the white line is above you, and you're looking at this sheer cliff, and then it goes down and it goes down beyond you. Chicken's Point, thank you. And it goes down beyond you like another 200 feet below you, and they have front row view of you doing white lines. So if you get up there, you have all the Jeeps that go up there for the pink Jeep tours, and all the hikers and all the mountain bikers. They go up there because that's their summit.
Chicken Cindy's.
And Chicken Sandy's is Chicken Sandy's on tonight? Is he here?
No,
But
I think it's Chicken Point,
but-
Chicken Sandy's.
But yeah, you have like a full-on peanut gallery when you're on the white line. They're saying stuff, they're rooting you on. When you make that big turn and then you leave, you can just hear them applauding. It's crazy. And Joey heard none of that. He was just so tuned in that it was like in the zone, which is what you need. You need to be 100% present. Can't be thinking about, did I turn off the stove when I left? Did I flush the toilet?
All I could see was the white sidewalk, and I just rode it. It was all right.
Man,
I did take a peek. I did take a peek when I made the left to come down. I made sure to look to my the abyss down there. I did see that.
did you look real quick?
I looked real
Ooh.
quick.
I need
So
some
we-
kind of a leash. I just needed some kind of a tether or a leash.
Right, just in case.
Mark.
Yeah, so Spokesman, who's on the chat tonight, and myself, we stood at the very base of that turn down, because that's where, if things are going to happen, that's probably where it's going to happen.
Were you going to catch him?
He's
We were
gonna
ready
Was
to
your
spot.
idea you were going to catch Joey?
Yeah,
smash me. I told him just smash me into the rocks. If anything goes wrong, just dive onto me.
yeah. So I was on the part where you turn down on, and then behind me, standing on the very last rock before the whatever foot cliff, was Spokesman. And I remember I put my camera on my chest because I have a magnet. So I put my camera on my chest so I could have free hands. And I turned around and go, he's coming. Are you ready? And Steve had 2 hands on his camera. He's like, yeah, I'm ready. But if he gets past you, this camera's going down the cliff and I'm going to catch him. And luckily we had none of that. He was under control and he made the turn. His tire did break loose for a split second, and that caused me to put my arm up, but I could hear him without him saying it, like, don't touch me, I got it. So I just kind of put my arm up and I was like, all right, there he goes. He did it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
I would have got past Mark, I think Steve and I would have just like bear hugged as we were falling to our death.
And luckily for us, YT was kind enough to send Joey out there on their brand new Core 5 Jeffsy. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, it wasn't even his bike. So if it would have gone, we would have been like, just let the bike go, Joey.
Perfect.
Yes, we'll get all the footage and we'll turn it all in. It's going to be epic. But
Wow.
yes,
That's
was-
crazy. I'd love to get out to Sedona one of these days.
Oh, it's
Gotta
beautiful.
pick and choose though,
yes.
not in this
yeah.
economy.
I know, right? Definitely. This economy is crazy. But that would be the tech that you like. That place is full of it, full of good tech.
Good.
It's
good
nice
tech.
because like Mark takes care of like the trails and the directions. I'm just like, I want to ride good stuff, but he's like, he nerds out very hard, and he knows all the trails and he has everything. That's why when we get lost, I just keep going because I'm excited to be riding. But he's a little more organized than I am. I guess there's 2 kinds of travelers.
I feel like we need to get you and Biking with Bobo together for a collab video. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
He had a video where he was like lost out in the woods. It was funny, but you guys would put together something really funny. I'm sure of it.
It's kind of cool to get to know more people within the mountain biking community and just, I don't know, talk to people and ride new places. I heard you guys are going to be in Bentonville soon.
Yes. Yeah. The Bentonville Bike Fest is coming up in May. And
One of these days.
yes, it'll be out there. Are you guys going to be there?
No, it's a busy time at work for me, but maybe in the fall. But that's not Bike Fest, so it's not as fun. But
Yeah. They always have, I feel like they always have something going on there. Always something fun.
There's a, is it outspoken or out? There's a festival in the fall that usually happens right around when we go to. So
Oh, is that outer bike?
Outer Bike, that's
Yeah,
the one. Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
I've heard that's pretty cool. I heard that's big.
Yeah,
A lot
me
of
too.
a lot of cool things going. A lot of good
If they
people
want to
going.
fly me out, if
There you
anybody
go.
wants to fly me out anywhere, I'll go.
You're like, damn it! Why did I say that? There are no trails in Egypt. This sucks.
It's a pyramid though, and I don't know if anybody's ridden that, Mark.
Oh, that would be iconic.
Yeah,
The first mountain biker to do the Great Pyramid of Giza.
I'm sure there's a line.
Downhill. It's gotta be hella biked because I'm not climbing that thing.
Yeah, it's a helicopter to the top.
Right. Speaking of those things, okay, how in the heck did we make those things that long ago? Do we really even make them, or were they always here? What's your guys' consensus on this? Everyone's like, Mark, where's Mark going on this?
Mark's going to the aliens again.
You guys go. You tell. You say.
Geez, okay. My best guess is if they didn't have any tools back then, I think it happened before even all of them. Like there must have been a sophisticated society, bamboo forklifts. Prior to all this, maybe there was a sophisticated society that was wiped out for whatever reason. And then we started all over again. And then whoever found them was like, yeah, I guess I'm going to make this my home. And those were like the sticks and bamboo people.
I think we always like underestimate past cultures and how advanced they were. Like in a really practical sense. Like we didn't know Machu Picchu was even there until something like 1920. Like in the 20s was when we've cut it out of the jungle because it had been completely overtaken. It's one of the greatest sites of any human civilization. Like I feel like we're always underestimating past civilizations. And also like you can do a lot with geometry and a couple sticks.
Yeah. I didn't do good in geometry.
Yeah, me neither. No, I can't do good with geometry and a couple sticks. No.
If you were put me in an escape room and you gave me geometry, I'd be like, well, looks like we're moving in.
Yeah,
oh man. There we go. MTB TNA. What's up, Lauren, out of Florida? She says they had the bouncy and brick throwing capabilities of Super Mario Bros.
Checks out. That's science. It's just science.
I was reading that like it was gonna be some kind of wisdom. She got me at the Mario Brothers.
That's science.
Joe Pimp says I can fly you and your bike companion to SoCal and a ride to Big Bear. Oh, there you go.
Free? That's the baseline. This has got to be for free.
Yeah, well, that's Trail Pimp talking right there. You got to probably
wear his own airline company.
And Mark's got to come.
Yeah. He said
the camera a lot of the time.
I think he did. I think he said you and your bike companion. There you go. You and Mark.
I want to go to Southern California. I want to go to Big Bear. I want to ride those places.
Big Bear, you would love it. You would love it. It's
what is Big Bear? Tell me more about it.
Yeah, it's a chairlift bike park.
I like lift.
It's in the Southern California mountains. It's got everything. It's got tech. It's got big boosty jumps. And the trail speed on those big boosty jumps are fast. At least I think they're fast.
I never met a jump I couldn't case except for gaps, at which point it's really bad.
They do have some of those. They do have, well, no, do they? The step up is the gap now. And no, just the rest of them are just big tables. Big.
Okay.
Big.
Okay.
Spokesman says, "Oh, no pressure, pimp."
Am I the pimp? What's happening?
I think he's left the chat, Mark.
Did Trail Pimp leave? Maybe he's going to like Southwest Airlines. He's looking for flights right now.
Bears are huge.
The bears are
bear spray.
There's no bears.
I don't think are there still bears and big bears?
Do you guys have grizzly bears in Southern California?
No, they all left. Real estate was too much. They're all like, "We're getting out of here."
I'm not scared of black bears. You can't scare me with a black bear, but I don't know how polar bears and grizzly bears I have fears about.
Yeah, we're black bear country. I'm pretty sure there's no brown bears out here, right, Joey? Or is there?
Technically, the black bears are brown, aren't they?
That's true. Yeah. How dare I? But yeah, we have like the bears that if you just go shoe bear, they're like, "Oh my god!" Whew, they take off.
I like it. I like it. I like those kinds.
Yeah,
Mark,
me too.
I can't picture this.
Mountain Bike Q&A says, Joey, Lauren says she's going as you for this Halloween.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
can't take that back. So I can't wait to see that.
Wow. I wonder what outfit.
Picture it.
Right? Maybe Surfer Joey with like board shorts and no top.
Glasses.
Glasses. The whole thing.
I think it's the flat hat she's going.
Spokesman says I have to see that in all capital letters. Oh man. So Caitlin, let's get back to we're getting off on a tangent with all this stuff. But Caitlin, when you started writing, you said when COVID started, but I kind of got a glimmer of you talking about writing as a little girl as well. Was the bike always with you and then you just got serious about mountain biking when COVID started?
I lived in downtown Toronto for a long time, which is kind of like our version of New York. And I commuted every day to work, down through the downtown core. So I think,
are you corporate girl?
I was aggressive in the sense that you can't bike downtown and carry fear with you.
Oh, all the cars and
it's
buses
just crazy. Yeah. So you have to be aggressive. And I think I really enjoyed that part of it. But I'm telling you, I didn't even go over a curb till I was 25. I don't think, as a child, I'd ride a bike around, but it never was kind of a place, it was just a place to get to point A or point B. Okay. And, when I was biking downtown, it was fun and exciting to be fast and to be weaving between cars and things like that. But mountain biking, I used to play a lot of dodgeball. I was on the Ontario team at one point.
Oh, serious, professional
well,
dodgeball?
There's no such thing as professional. Nobody pays anybody to play dodgeball yet. But but it was the competitive dodgeball. And when COVID happened and that I didn't have sports, I needed something. And a friend who I played dodgeball with, his friend, shout out to Kevin Herbert.
Hello, Kevin Herbert.
Let me try a trail bike. It was a hardtail, and it was the first time I'd ever ridden. And we did, very flat and easy kind of, trails. But to me, I was riding over rocks and roots, and I had this front suspension that I'd never experienced before. Oh. And I was plowing through it, and I got so excited that I was I bought the bike off him. It was an entry-level hardtail, and I rode that on trails I should not be riding on for the rest of the summer, and it was awesome. And then I finally graduated to full suspension when I could get a hold of a bike that wasn't, because that was the time when you couldn't get a hold of any bikes, right?
Right. Yeah, things were flying out of the stores like crazy.
I drove to Montreal to pick it up. It was the only medium trail bike full suspension in an 8-hour to 18-hour radius. So
whoa.
I grabbed that, and that really kind of changed the game for me. So
did that get you deeper in love with the sport once you got the full squish? Where you're like, this is now a different story.
But when I started, listen, if you're gonna get mountain biking, don't spend money until you have to, because there's plenty of money to spend. I rode in stretch pant, black stretch pants and Walmart sneakers on this hardtail, and yeah, that's me.
Oh, there you go.
My God, that's the one.
Dude, look at the graffiti back there. Looking hard, Caitlin.
This is the Don Valley, which if anybody goes to Toronto, the Don Valley is an incredible gem. It's got some of the most incredible trails down there and the largest trail network that I think in Ontario.
Oh, wow.
And really some fun stuff, some very scary, janky stuff. And I rode all of it on that stupid hardtail, just following along some people that I met on Facebook because they said I could do it. They didn't know that I could do it. I just did it.
Yeah.
And it was great.
What was the hardtail? What bike was that?
It was a GT Aggressor Sport.
Ooh,
It was a
okay.
lady's bike. And I remember I took it to my mechanic and he's like, you can't ride this in the dawn. He's like, I was like, I want to put a dropper post on it. And he's like, don't do it. Get a better one. I was like, no. So I ordered one on Amazon and I put a dropper post on this shitty hardtail. And I was in love. I rode everything on it. Like,
Yeah.
you know what? You can ride any bike. If you put a dropper post on it, you're laughing.
Heck yeah. Dropper post makes a huge difference when you get those. Oh my God. I remember my son had a Haro and it was a hardtail, and we got him a dropper post after about a year when I knew he was stoked on it. And like the wires were all outside of the frame and like it's just a mess.
Zip ties everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. But man, he was able to go down steeper stuff, get that seat up and down. Yeah, he was stoked. Dropper post.
Dropper post, such a game changer.
Such a game changer.
Sometimes I'd be curious. And the funny thing is, as soon as I got the $5,000 bike, within 2 weeks, I was like, I couldn't tell the difference anymore. It wasn't plush anymore. It was just normal. Sometimes I wonder, like, if I went to, well, in Canada's Canadian Tire and got like, you know, a $500 mountain bike, put a dropper post and rode it. Like, I wonder after 2 weeks how I would feel about it. If I would, like, you know, maybe it'd be fine.
We see it on Craigslist or something like this. Get this thing out of here. I think once you know, I think it's hard to go back. I mean, obviously we are a culmination of everything. So like that bike will always be a part of you and that experience will always be a part of you. But once you kind of get that feel for something else that's like a little more plush, you get used to it, but I don't think you can go back.
It's possible I've glamorized it. It was like, it probably weighed like 40 pounds. Like,
Joey pulls up a picture of it. We're like, ew, is that it?
Is it this?
It's like my Walmart. Oh, that's orangey. That's my first full suspension bike.
Oh, nice.
If anyone's in the market, I'm selling it.
Ooh, what's the travel on that bad boy, girl?
140, 125.
Fun like XC trail bike.
Solid
fast,
trail bike.
Fast and nimble.
It was very nimble. Yep. That's great.
It almost, the Geo on that, Joey, almost looks like the Izzo. Did you see that?
Yeah, it looks real similar.
Yeah. Very, yeah, that's cool. You has the vertical shock on it. So this was your first full squish, and prior to this was the GT that you loved. And are there pictures of it on there, or did you bury them?
Oh, the picture, you had the picture of the GT aggressor. Yeah.
That was
it. It was me wearing my Walmart white running shoes that by the end of the summer I had 4 holes in the bottom, like of each shoe where the pins were. So I was technically clipped in at that point.
That's great. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there I am in my Lululemons and my God.
That is awesome. Wait, go back, Joey. Go back to that one picture where she was up above.
Living my best life.
Is that the area you were talking about? That trail system? Like it's in the middle of town?
This is Quebec, I think.
Oh, this is Quebec.
The one before that with the graffiti, that's in the Don Valley. It's amazing. It's this ravine in the heart of downtown Toronto, like our biggest city in all of Canada. And I just thought homeless people lived down there. And then I actually went in there, and what it actually is an incredible park, beautiful, like almost like nature preserve, where it's just got some of the craziest, amazing, janky trails you've ever seen. So
that's cool.
Yeah, this was like a compilation of my first year riding, and you know what? I don't think I could have been happier.
That's so cool. Yeah, when you discovered that. Now, if you don't mind me asking, can you share what you do with work? Because a lot of times that ties into how much we fall in love with the sport, because there's like stress related and all kinds of other things that you get to escape.
I just work like an office job. I do licensing, marketing, sales kind of stuff. It doesn't really have too much to do with mountain biking. And I do like my day job. Yeah. So like, it's a balance.
Yes.
I would say that, you know, the influencing game hasn't really been a big revenue generator. It's been a generator of all of the things I love.
Yes.
But it's a passion project.
Yeah.
You know, I know there's some people that make a living, that make a life out of creating content and mountain biking, be part of the community. I don't know how they do it. I know there's some people that do it really well. It blows my mind. For me, I think I like it best when it stays a passion project and something that I wonder if you felt like you had to do it every day, if you would love it as much.
Oh, that's a good question. That's a great question. I know already, you know, I have a day job too, and I love this passion project, but there are times where I feel a little free when I don't ride with the camera.
Right?
It's just like, I forgot it. Oh no. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, let's just ride.
Sometimes
And
I feel very self-conscious riding with the camera.
yeah.
It's not like, you know, I'm doing incredible, like steezy, amazing things. Like the POV is for the commentary. It's not for the incredible POV. But also I think, you know, as I've done this, people recognize me more, and like it adds a layer of it's definitely, there are times where I just want to put it away and just go ride for yourself and have a great time.
100%. 100%. Because that's what's kicked everything off. And that's what you have to fuel and feed, you know, in order to be able to do all the other stuff. And sometimes you go too long without that.
But then something really funny happens and I didn't get it on camera and I kick myself. So
it's the worst. You're like, oh, shit, I didn't get that. Damn it. Oh, man. Sometimes like Joey and I will be out places. Joey and I, obviously, we ride together a lot. We're really good buddies. And my favorite is when someone comes up to say hi. And, you know, that always feels great. Like, no way, this is so cool. And then I go, there's Joey over there. And Joey's just like, poof. He's like, I just want to ride the bike, man. I feel weird. I don't.
Yeah, that was the day we did the white line. I left the camera. I didn't bring a camera that day. Like that was just a fun riding day.
That was true. But yeah, all six of us busted out ours. Kaylee, sorry, you were going to say something about that.
No. Sorry, it's also past my bedtime. So like.
Oh yeah, what time is it over there?
It's 10 to 11.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, we got to get.
But I don't work tomorrow, so I'm laughing.
Oh,
this was great timing. This is like
nice.
I'm about to kick off my long weekend.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's always nice when you have that. MTB TNA saying she needs a flat brim hat, glasses, and a white line. White line hits differently here in Miami, if you know what I mean.
Unfortunately, I do.
I'm awake. Here I am. Let's go.
It's a crazy night.
I just cleaned the house. Let's clean it again.
Oh goodness.
Oh man, yeah. I guess I think that's Miami probably is one of the starting points for a lot of the stuff as it distributes elsewhere.
Is there biking in Florida?
There is. They have these cool parks that are feature packed, and one of the guys that's on the chats tonight, Mountain Bike Q&A, Johnny Yu, he rides a lot of these parks, and man, some of them are right next to the ocean. It's beautiful spots, but like wood features, jumps, all kinds of things. But it's like built. It's not necessarily, well, I can't really speak because I haven't ridden out there, but a lot of what I see is built parks.
I love that too. It's creative, right?
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Yeah, and then Octodad, we have New Zealand in the house. He says, "Oh yeah, and alligators." Definitely so.
That's just part of the features. You have to avoid getting eaten by alligators.
Yes, that makes it technical. Here you go, biking with gators. Joey's fast on the draw. Look at that thing.
Big one.
Jeez.
That is not a small one.
So for us, we have rattlesnakes, and we call them nope ropes. What would you call an alligator other than an alligator?
What do they call the snakes?
We call them, there's a bunch of names. We call them nope ropes, danger noodle.
Oh, nope ropes. That's right.
Yeah, like nope.
That's funny.
Poison sticks, devils.
You know, I don't think there's much that can hurt you in Ontario. I got to be thankful for that. Ticks, maybe. I hate ticks.
Yeah.
I would say a disproportionate irrational fear of ticks.
Hey, that I'm with you on that. When I went to Bentonville, we got a whole like dissertation rundown about ticks. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
So every time I put my helmet down, I check it. Like, where are they? Then I found
They
out
can go in helmets? Why?
Well, I also found that they can also come out of the trees.
I never even thought about my helmets.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
your fear's unlocked.
Right? And thankfully, I don't ride with a chamois, so I don't have to worry about checking the chamois before I put it on, because then you got to check your cracks.
I have a couple questions.
Yes.
Oh, hey, you don't ride with a chamois?
I don't. I stopped riding with the chamois.
That's amazing.
Buns
Also,
of
do you
steel.
not find that your butt kind of toughens up and then like you don't need it anymore? Because I've experienced that also.
Yes, 100%. I used to ride with the chamois all the time, and when I was married, I would always get back to the car, and there would be a honeydew list, and I'd be cruising all over town with the diaper butt, and I'm just like, I gotta get out of this thing. And so finally, I'm like, I'm gonna try a couple rides without a chamois. I mean, the saddles that they make on the bikes are soft, and maybe I just need to toughen up. And I did about 3 or 4 rides, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm good. I can get through it. And now I just put on my mountain bike shorts and I roll. I'm good.
I don't know if it's an area that I want necessarily to be toughened up.
Spokesman say Mark loves his saddle a little too much. You bastard.
Yeah, that's a tricky one.
Yes.
But then, like, why would there be ticks in the chamois?
Oh yeah. Well, if the chamois on the good point.
Why would the chamois be on the ground? What's
That's a good
happening?
question.
Why are you unlocking new tick-related fears for me?
This is true, but you are talking to a person that doesn't wear a chamois. So yeah, I'm thinking like my knee pads are on the ground. Yeah, you're right. The chamois wouldn't be on the ground. If the chamois was on the ground on trail side, that would be a problem.
So there was this one, there's this girl on Instagram, Aja Empowers, I think, that I follow. And she did a reel on how to take your chamois off underneath your shorts. And it was enlightening.
Wow.
You could like just stand there and like, I've done that kind of alchemy with a bra, but I've never seen it done with a chamois, and it was amazing. It has to be like, it can't be like a bib. You can't do it with a bib.
No.
Maybe you can do it with a bib. I just thought about it. You could probably do it with a bib.
How? Try to explain how this
you
happens.
Shove it down, and then you take it over the one, and then you just pull it out the other.
Okay, but what about the crotch area that would prohibit from getting out of your shorts? I guess you'd have to
I
take
saw
them
her
out.
do it, unless it was like some kind of magic trick. Like I saw her do it on Instagram.
She had like a Velcro crotch area that was like patink, and
you can do it. I've seen it.
MTBT today saying petition to pronounce them ShamWow from now on. Yes. Yeah, that's probably if after the ride. Like, oh yeah, don't touch this, everybody. ShamWow coming through.
Oh, is this true?
Pokesman MTV says the best part is you can use old chamois to clean granite countertops.
One time I rode with a girl who I think her background was in like biology and like bacteria, and like she did it for work, and she never rode the chamois because she's like, those things don't ever get clean. The bacteria that hangs out in them, it is better for your health to not wear them, apparently.
I would adopt that and believe that 100%, because the padding in those is like what, gel? And
or like the foam, like maybe it's the memory foam stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? Could you imagine like throwing that in, like throwing that in the rest of your laundry?
I'd rather not.
That's my shirt.
It's just
shirt
like a
smells a little weird.
It's like a juice sponge. It's like a sponge for your human juices, and I don't want to think about it.
Marty says like a petri dish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And why would you throw
like
that
a bowl, like a petri bowl?
Oh God. FTBT it is. I just squeezed my mouth a little.
Then we were doing our job.
Joe Pim says, I know a girl rider that rides with no chamois and no underwear.
Does she wear tights? Is that a spandex, like lycra related kind of? Because I would understand that.
Right. True. Octodad with the funny face there. Oh man. Oh, the Dusty Dutchman's joining us. It says, "Yo, what up, fam? What's up, JT? Good to see you."
Just chamois
Yeah.
talking. We're just chamois talking.
Chamois
We're
talking.
we're talking about chamois. Does the Dusty Dutchman wear chamois? That's what we want to know right now.
Mhm.
He's too busy building the garage out right now.
He is. Yeah. The Dutchman's Den is under construction right now. It's Wisconsin, right? Wisconsin? Or is it Minnesota? He's like close to right there. No. Am I not? Does anybody help me chat? Help me chat. Commando.
Yeah.
So I guess I've talked about chamois. Does anybody else ride chamois or no chamois? Caitlin,
Yeah, wait,
Joey?
Joey, we don't know what you do. What do you do?
It's top secret. No, I ride with a chamois.
A bib style?
Just a chamois, just a big diaper butt.
Yeah. I got a whole bunch off of Amazon that are bikini like cut, and they're great. They just they're like as comfortable as underpants, but like cushier.
I have no problem taking it off. I'll put a towel around me or get between two doors and drop it right after the ride. Get that thing off.
True. 100%. That's true. That is also in our surf culture too, because like we're always changing like that with the towel, getting our board shorts off, our wetsuits off, and then yeah, Joey just adopted it for the chamois. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I should have.
I didn't bring a towel to Sedona, so I just kept hiding between two doors.
Yes. And then, so Caitlin, you wear yours bikini. You have a bikini style chamois, so you didn't adopt the non-chamois yet.
To my diaper dudes.
Shout out to my diaper dudes, JT. So JT's and chamois. Yeah, I wonder if we polled the whole chat, how many people would be chamois and would be not.
Yeah, chamois versus like inquiring minds want to know how do you. I'm actually thinking of potentially getting into chamois butter, which I have not done yet. But on those trips where you're riding like 3-4 days in a row, it adds up.
Yeah, the chafing. Did you happen to see Colorado Kid's post when he was pushing chamois butter and he actually made popcorn in his chamois? It was gross. It was awesome and gross all at the same time.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh my gosh. Joey, can you, if we have time, can you see if you can pull that up for us?
Yeah.
He literally goes biking, he puts the seeds in there, and then at the end, he's like chewing on popcorn. He's just like, this tastes great. Obviously, that's not what chamois butter is for, but.
What is it? Not quite butter? What is the tagline of the margarine?
That's it, isn't it? Not quite butter.
Not quite butter or something.
You guys are close. It's
Parquet?
I can't believe it's not butter.
That's it.
That's it. I can't believe it's not butter. Now, what was the commercial where the tub of butter would say Parquet? They're always trying to get that thing to not talk. Do you guys remember that?
We're aging ourselves right now.
Butter.
I have a youthful image to maintain, guys. Quit making references from the 90s.
Right? Oh my god. Oh, Octodad no chamois. There we go, my pal. Probably my only pal.
No chamois. What do you do then? You can't. Surely you're not wearing like the board shorts, mountain bike stuff. Like this guy's a lycra dude.
He also rides upside down.
Yes. Well, New Zealand. They're on the other side of the world. This one's for you, Marty.
That's right, brother.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, I think that we're probably the only two that don't do chamois. MDBTNA is saying you can butter your shambits.
Shambits.
It's been known. It's been known. I got a childhood friend out of on the Facebook. What's up, Phil? Hope you're doing well. He just actually beat some prostate cancer. My man, right there. I hope you're healing up good, bro. And we got spokesman saying rode loose shorts with boxers today. This is a fun convo.
I feel like that's like a 14-year-old thing to do, like doing dirt jumps and flip-flops. You know, I feel like
right.
that's the vibe that I'm getting.
All the air, all the breathing ability. Octodad saying good seat and a tough butt.
Yeah, there we go.
Trail Pimp is saying, I use a loose fitting chamois and sexy cover shorts.
Sexy cover shorts. Is there any other kind?
Man, maybe
What's
I should.
a cover short?
Yeah. Is it like when you were in the gym and you were in your workout shorts, but you got like the tight shorts underneath it type of thing? Is that what a cover short is?
Like dolphins back in the
dolphin shorts.
I'm so confused sometimes about how men layer their clothing. Like,
well, I mean, we've got things we don't want to show if our shorts are open.
No, that's true. That's true. But I love that you find that like it's like tight ones underneath and then like baggy ones over top. It's almost like a little short. It's like a skirt.
Well, we're trying to hide some stuff, and I get it. Self-conscious.
I get it. Yeah. Not everyone can have their bits on the inside. It's fine.
Yeah, it's like throw me them Nike shorts. That'll look good on top of my tight Nike shorts. Let's see. We are.
Oh God!
Oh, there it is. There it is. Here we go.
Chamois buttered popcorn. It's easy. Just grab a clean chamois, apply chamois butter, make sure you rub it in thoroughly, give an even coating of popcorn kernels, then strap on your chamois. As you ride, your natural body heat will pop the kernels, and you'll have one tasty trail snack.
No, those kernels are just going up your butt.
It's good. That's a bit salty. I may have come up with.
Oh, Colorado Kid is hilarious. That is chamois butter right there.
Amazing.
Yes, isn't that crazy? That's maybe I should go back to chamois, and that would take care of trail snacks. This will be an interesting transition as we go into this one. I'm working hard here to try to get over to it because now you rode the GT. You got the nice full squish. And at some point in your life of a mountain biker, Rocky Mountain said, hey, do you want to come over here and try some of our bikes? How did that happen? And what an epic bike company that is.
Well, I had reached out to them. They're a Canadian company, and I love that. And like I've admired their bikes, especially their colorways. Oh, so nice. I shouldn't be so influenced by color, but damn. And I reached out to them and I was just like, listen, if there's any capacity in which we could work together, I would love to do so. I kind of shared what I was about and the kind of videos that I make. And, we had some conversations, and then at some point, last year was the first year that we worked together for the summer.
Nice.
And then this year we're working together again, and they've sent me the brand new kind of reworked Instinct. And so I'm so excited to be riding with them. I don't have like the most followers. I don't have I'm not, an incredibly skilled cyclist. I really appreciate them taking a chance on me, and they've been just very generous and great partners to work with. Great partners. I looked at their contract and it was literally go have fun, represent the brand well, but also represent all brands, be a good person in the community. And that was the extent of it. And I'm like, wow, those are my deliverables. My deliverables is to generally go have fun and be a good person. I'm like, well, I don't know about the second one, but I can go and have fun. How
freaking rad is that? That is so cool. Yeah,
they're great. And I haven't ridden this bike yet. I got to wrap it. I'm being very patient. I'm not taking it out until I wrap it.
Yes.
Because I want to keep it nice and fresh and clean.
Yes.
But I can't wait to get it out on the trails. So that's going to be tomorrow. It's got listen, this sounds like such a silly, trivial thing, but I love it more than anything is it's got down tube storage, and I've never had that before in a bike. And I'm going to fill it with all kinds of stuff. I want it to be I'm almost in the US, do you guys have a thing called the Dickie D man?
Oh, I don't know, but
It's like the
tell me
ice cream
about
guy
it.
that goes around like rides a bike, an ice cream bike. Do you know what it's like? Okay.
Oh, like it's got like a box on it,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
ride
yeah,
that around.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
So like
yes.
I want to be that person so that whenever I'm out on the trail, anybody at any time can stop me and be like, and see what's inside the bike. But every time it's always going to be something different. And like sometimes
Ooh.
it could be like broccoli, but like you never know what it's going to be. And so, but I always want to, every time I go out, I always want to make sure that down tube is filled with like one kind of snack or another. And then people could just come up and be like, I would like to try whatever is in the down tube today. And then I will open it up and we'll see.
Ooh, well, now will you always have yummy stuff in there, or will you mix it up on them and get spicy hot stuff and sour stuff, and maybe
I
not
was
even
also
stuff you want
thinking
to?
of filling it entirely with sparkles, like glitter, so that if somebody like, you know, as a defensive technique, if somebody comes at me on the trail, I just reach down and I throw sparkles all over them. And it would be the kind that you can't get out, like the really fine stuff. And it would be biodegradable because I care about the environment, but I would definitely throw sparkles on people if I had that in my down tube all the time.
And then when you
That
get
would-
home, you have to try and explain why you have glitter all over you.
I would never explain that. I don't think anyone would ask me an explanation.
I swear I went mountain biking.
Suntan lotion and glitter. What the heck's going on?
And you will know her presence. There will be signs. You know what I mean? Like if I
Yes.
bike a trail, there will be signs.
There's like glitter on the trail. I think
Yeah.
Mountain Bike Lin was here.
Yeah.
That is cool. Look at this. You get a lot of cool stuff here on the Rocky Mountain bikes. Octodad in New Zealand says Rocky Mountains are cool. You see, they're popular in New Zealand. That's pretty cool.
Really? That's
Yeah,
cool.
I had no idea. Spokesman saying best logo in MTB. Oh yeah.
The leaf? Oof,
Yes.
it's very
Yeah.
nice.
It like the moment you see that, you know exactly that's a Rocky Mountain for sure. For sure. He's saying that was my nickname in high school. Oh, do tell.
Rocky Mountain.
Never mind. No, maybe not. We have Dusty Dutchman. JT is saying I usually buy my cigarettes from him. the bike guy that you were talking about, the Dickie.
The Dickie D man? Oh my god, maybe I should fill it with cigarettes. I used to smoke. I haven't smoked in like 10 years, but like I could. Do you know how expensive it would be to fill the entire down tube with cigarettes?
Oh
And
my
yet-
god.
Nobody even smokes anymore. If I filled it up with vape pens, I'd be more popular.
Could you imagine you pull up to somebody on the trail, they're all stressed out because they just blew a tire, had 0 CO2 cartridges or tubes, and you could be like, oh, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, hey, you have down tube storage. Do you have tools? Do you have like, you know, like a plug kit? And I'll be like, no, bitch, it's sparkles.
I got sparkles
Would
and
you like some
cigarettes.
sparkles? And then essentially when their bike's upside down and they're crying on the side of the trail, I sprinkle them with sparkles and take off.
And then take off.
Shit, that was part of my contract, was to be a good person.
Yeah, that would work though. She made me happy, even though I'm still out here in the woods. And is that a bear I hear? I'm all by myself. Oh my god, that would be hilarious. Is it waterproof? Can you put liquid in there?
You know, I looked at the
Pipe is
inside of it.
not
It looked like it was like you could see the carbon fiber. It is coming inside your plate. You don't get a choice. You date me, you date the sparkles.
And you can always use this line,
Thank you for
spokesman.
science.
It's for science.
It is for
For
science
science.
and revenge.
And revenge. I love where this is going. This is awesome.
So I bet you could put wet stuff in there, but you probably wouldn't want to because it's the entire down tube. So like there would be places that I couldn't get at to clean.
Oh, true. And it would bring a lot of weight to the bike if it did hold it all. Like margarita all the way in there. You would have to probably put a straw in your stem that would go down into the down tube and you could sip on that.
It would be
Wow.
shaken just perfectly too.
Oh, hey.
You could
You would
have
be popular.
like, yeah, and there was like a giant gummy worm that I saw. Like I could put a giant gummy worm in there and then like just pull it out and bite. Like it would be like a Pez dispenser. I've essentially got like a $7,000 Pez dispenser.
You would have to hide on the trail and people would be looking at you and you'd be trying to hide it.
Hide
What
your
is she
shame. My
doing over
shameful
there?
eating of. I don't even eat sugar. That's the funny part. It's for other people. I'm a
Oh,
giver.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
It's
Oh man.
for other people. As Mark wants some gummy worms, I will always have some.
Chub him saying, I put a donut in my frame once.
Glazed or not glazed?
Ooh, good call. I would say not glazed because that way it would be hard to clean.
Yeah.
Ooh, but jelly in the middle,
Old fashioned or something would be good.
old fashioned
Yeah.
would be good. Yeah. And
Even
what?
if you did a powder one, at least it wouldn't be wet.
True. We had a guest on the show, and he owns a bike company, and he had put on their doobies, but had found out that his swap box wasn't waterproof, and they got to the top. He's like, "Hey guys, I brought some oh shit, it's all wet."
What are doobies?
Marijuana rolls of marijuana joints.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, when they got wet?
Yeah,
He had
and
him. He had him up in his steer tube or what? Remember, he had that little
is that?
cord thing.
Oh, was the way
He
up
sells the
there?
cord for that to hide
Oh,
things up there.
That's right. Yeah.
Instead of the one-up tool.
Instead of
He
a
had the
one-up
one-up tool.
Yeah, he did.
It would fit perfect.
And could you imagine you get up to the top? Like he's probably thinking of it the whole time. Like, I can't wait to share these with these guys. He gets up to the top. He's like, oh man, they're all wet.
Should have brought gummies.
Gummies would have been better. Yeah, this is true. Get that little bit of energy and sugar. Spokesman saying diabetes. Diabetes. Oh my god. Trail Monster, all of our talk, he just ordered some up popcorn. Oh, look at that. That's
I'm
true.
gonna
That
call
was
my new bike the Rocky Mountain Insulin.
What are you the type of person to name your bikes? Do you name them?
Yeah, but really stupid stuff. Like I had a gray bike and I named it Gravy. I had an orange bike and I named it Orangey. So we'll see with the new bike. Like I could call it Brownie, but it's not the same.
Yeah, let's take a look at it and see if we can come up with a
I would call it Padre.
Oh, it is kind of a Padre color,
Right.
and yeah, and it would be.
I think I have to ride it first.
Yeah,
this is true.
That's how they
This
get
is
their
true.
Also, here's a question: are all bikes girls?
No, I think we've had guests on the show.
Grimace is definitely not a girl.
Yeah, and I've named my bike Ranger,
Mhm.
and it just kind of sounds funny when I'm like, I can't wait to get out and ride Ranger. And people are like looking at me like, it's a bike. I got
It's
my bike.
It's my bike. It's
my bike. It's
Yeah.
my bike. And then we've had guests Revel, what they call their bike, Randy. Some of the Revel bikes, they were calling him Randy.
Randy.
So, yeah.
Randy.
Yeah. There you go. Here's one. Rocky, maybe
Rocky. Yeah.
for your
yeah.
bike.
Rocky, like it's a little on the nose. It's kind of like calling your bird Birdie.
Skid mark? No.
Skid
Brown bottom.
Brown bottom. You made her laugh on that one. We got, oh geez, I can't even say this.
Chartreuse.
Chartreuse.
Chartreuse is the yellow, the chartreuse. It's actually more of a lemon meringue than a chartreuse.
Lemonade.
No.
Lemonade.
Lemony.
Meringue.
Meringue. This is gonna be terrible. I'm just gonna end up naming it something stupid. Like I named my cat Poopers because she pooped a lot.
It's a term of endearment.
Truly.
It definitely is a term
My
of
bike
endearment.
is Jeff. Like, should I give it a proper name? Like Gary?
You could.
Electric party machine.
Electric party machine.
Jeff.
Right there. What about this one? Oyster.
Rocky Mountain Oyster.
But not this one.
Oh, because it's a band, I think.
Rocky Mountain
Oyster. That's right.
Bull's balls.
Or it's prairie oysters is what they call.
That's what they call it. I didn't realize that. So, Caitlin, I know it's late where you are, and I really appreciated having you on the show and getting to know you and your story. It's so awesome that you are able to get on the bike, have fun, and be a good steward to all of us out there. Just like getting on the bike, having fun, and reminding us what it's all about.
Yeah, I
Which
was gonna say,
I
how long
love.
do these things go? Do you just keep talking until you have nothing left to talk about?
Yeah, usually they're like an hour and a half, but we're already at 144.
Yeah, I feel like we should call it. I'm a talker, but we might as well wrap. No,
Yeah, we'll wrap it up here. We'll end it with this one. Dusty Dutchman saying, usually when my bike isn't fast enough, I call it big dumb
Yeah.
idiot when it's
Yeah.
clearly my fault. I
Yeah.
know. Well, Caitlin, tell the folks out there where they can follow your story and where they can see this new sick bike when you start posting this.
Well, my Instagram is at Mountain Bike Lin. I'm on TikTok also at Mountain Bike Lin. I'm on YouTube at Mountain Bike Lin. I seem to have grabbed all of the handles, luckily.
Yes.
My YouTube is pretty half baked at this point. I didn't realize how much resources it takes to actually like put together a strong YouTube channel. It's more resources than I currently have. But Instagram is probably the best place. And tomorrow I'm going to go in and put the finishing touches on the bike. So expect a reel on that.
Sweet. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see you on that new bike. You're going to be so stoked. And it's Mountain Bike Lin, no E, just Mountain Bike BIK and then LI. And give her a follow out there on Instagram. Watch her hilarious content and get some stoke. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And we will see you guys all on the next episode.
Awesome. Bye.